Do you ever feel like your brain is filled with cotton wool? That feeling is often called brain fog. It is not a medical condition on its own, but it is a very real and common experience for so many of us. You might struggle to find the right word in a conversation, or forget why you walked into a room. It can feel like you are moving through a thick mist, where simple tasks suddenly feel difficult and exhausting. This mental haze can make it hard to concentrate at work, connect with your loved ones, or simply enjoy your day. You know you are not as sharp as you should be, but it can be hard to pinpoint exactly why you feel this way. This feeling of mental slowness can show up in many different ways. For some, it is a constant, low-level struggle with focus and memory. For others, it comes in waves, hitting them hard after a poor night's sleep or during a stressful period. You might find yourself rereading the same sentence over and over again without understanding it. Tasks that once felt easy, like planning your weekly shop or following a recipe, can suddenly seem overwhelming and complicated. This can be incredibly frustrating and can even start to affect your confidence, making you feel like you are failing at things that used to be simple. So, what causes this frustrating mental cloud? The truth is, there are many potential culprits. Poor sleep is a massive factor, as our brains need rest to clear out waste products and organize thoughts. Chronic stress is another major contributor, as high levels of the stress hormone cortisol can interfere with brain function and memory. Even the food we eat plays a vital role. A diet high in processed foods and sugar can lead to inflammation, which can certainly impact how clearly we think. We often look at these big, well-known causes, but sometimes the answer is much simpler and hiding in plain sight. One of the most overlooked causes of brain fog is an imbalance in something fundamental to our body's function, our electrolytes. Specifically, I am talking about sodium. In our modern health-conscious world, salt has often been painted as the villain. We are told to cut down on it at all costs. But what if, for some of us, not getting enough sodium is actually contributing to that feeling of being mentally stuck? What if a simple mineral could be the key to clearing the fog and helping you feel sharp and focused again? It is an important question to ask, especially if you have tried everything else without success. To understand why sodium is so important, we need to think of our brain as an incredibly complex electrical circuit. Your brain cells, called neurons, talk to each other using tiny electrical signals. These signals are responsible for every single thought, feeling, and action you have. They allow you to remember a cherished memory, solve a difficult problem, or learn a new skill. For these electrical signals to fire correctly, your body needs electrolytes. Sodium is one of the most important electrolytes for this job. It acts like the spark that allows electricity to flow properly through the wires of your brain. Without enough sodium, the communication between your brain cells can become slow and sluggish. Imagine trying to send a message with a very weak battery. The signal just will not get through clearly. This is what happens in your brain when sodium levels are too low. The electrical impulses that carry your thoughts become weaker and less efficient. This can directly lead to the symptoms we associate with brain fog, slow thinking, difficulty concentrating, and a general feeling of mental fatigue. It is not that your brain has stopped working, it is just that it does not have the essential fuel it needs to work at its best. Many people do not realize they might be low in sodium. The symptoms are often subtle and can easily be mistaken for something else, like tiredness or stress. You might feel a persistent, dull headache that does not seem to go away. Dizziness or feeling lightheaded, especially when you stand up too quickly, is another common sign. You might also experience muscle cramps, weakness, or a general feeling of being drained and lethargic no matter how much you rest. These physical signs often go hand in hand with the mental fog, creating a cycle of feeling unwell and not knowing why. One of the biggest modern contributors to low sodium levels is something that sounds incredibly healthy: drinking lots of water. We are constantly told to hydrate, and while staying hydrated is crucial, it is possible to overdo it. If you drink large amounts of plain water, especially if you are active and sweating, you are not just flushing out toxins, you are also flushing out essential electrolytes like sodium. This dilution effect can make brain fog significantly worse. You might think you are doing the right thing for your health, but without replacing the salt you lose, you could be accidentally making your brain feel foggier than ever. If you suspect that low sodium might be behind your brain fog, there is a very simple experiment you can try at home. I call it the sodium boost test. It is a safe and straightforward way to see if your body responds positively to a small increase in salt. The best time to do this is when you are actively feeling the symptoms of brain fog. The first step is to simply notice and acknowledge how you feel. Rate your mental clarity on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being extremely foggy and 10 being perfectly sharp and clear. This gives you a baseline to compare against later. The next step is very easy. Take a large glass of water, around 500 milliliters. To this, add a small amount of good quality, unrefined salt like sea salt or pink Himalayan salt. I suggest starting with just 1/4 teaspoon. These salts contain a broader range of trace minerals compared to regular table salt. Stir the salt into the water until it is completely dissolved. The goal is not to make a drink that tastes like the ocean, but to create a simple electrolyte solution that your body can absorb quickly. Drink the entire glass of salted water at a normal pace. Now, all you need to do is wait and observe. Set a timer for about 15 to 30 minutes. During this time, just go about your day as you normally would. Try not to focus too intensely on whether you feel different. After the time is up, check in with yourself again. How does your head feel? Revisit that 1 to 10 scale of mental clarity you made earlier. Has your score improved? Do you feel a little sharper, more focused, or as if a slight haze has lifted from your mind? If you notice a clear and positive difference, this is a strong indicator that your brain fog was linked to sodium depletion. It is very important to approach this test with caution. This experiment is not suitable for everyone. If you have been diagnosed with high blood pressure, kidney disease, or any heart condition, you must not try this without speaking to your doctor first. Your doctor knows your personal health history and can give you safe advice. Furthermore, if you try the test and your brain fog does not improve, or if it gets worse, it is a sign that something else is likely the cause. In that case, it is a good idea to consult a healthcare professional to explore other potential reasons for your symptoms. If the sodium boost test helped you feel clearer, the next step is to integrate this knowledge into your daily life in a sustainable way. The goal is not to start eating huge amounts of salt, but to find the right balance for your body and lifestyle. Everyone's needs are different. For example, if you are very active, if you exercise a lot, or if you live in a hot climate, you will lose more sodium through sweat. Therefore, your need for salt will be naturally higher than someone who is more sedentary. Listening to your body is key to finding what works for you. A simple strategy is to add a small pinch of unrefined salt to your water first thing in the morning. After a night of sleep, your body is naturally a bit dehydrated, and your electrolyte levels can be low. A small amount of salt in your morning glass of water can help you rehydrate more effectively and start your day feeling more alert and focused. Similarly, if you know you have a mentally demanding task ahead like a big meeting or a study session, having a small electrolyte drink beforehand can help support optimal brain function and keep your concentration levels high throughout the task. Remember to be mindful of your salt intake after any activity that makes you sweat. After a workout, a run, or even just spending time gardening in the sun, it is important to replace the electrolytes you have lost. Instead of reaching for a sugary sports drink, you can simply add a pinch of salt to your water or have a salty, healthy snack. This helps your body recover more efficiently and prevents the post-exercise brain fog that can sometimes occur when your sodium levels dip too low. It is a simple habit that can make a big difference to how you feel. Ultimately, understanding your individual need for sodium can be a powerful tool in your health toolkit. It is about moving away from the one-size-fits-all advice and becoming more attuned to what your own body is telling you. For many, paying mindful attention to this essential mineral can be the missing piece of the puzzle in the fight against brain fog. By ensuring your brain has the sodium it needs to fire on all cylinders, you can lift the mental cloud, sharpen your focus, and reclaim the feeling of being present, engaged, and mentally clear in your everyday life.